Someone, somewhere, just dropped $2 million on a coin flip, and 9 days before kickoff, the Super Bowl already feels decided. Think about that for a second. Not 2,000. Not 200,000. $2 million. And the craziest part? That might not even be the most insane bet tied to Super Bowl 60. Because while Mattress Mack is throwing around money like a final boss in a video game, there's also a regular human being out there who risked $100 and is now staring at a potential $310,000 payday. That's not fantasy. That's not clickbait. That ticket exists, and it might be the most prophetic Super Bowl prediction we've ever seen. Today isn't about spreads or X's and O's. This is about belief, leverage, ego, and the thin line between genius and insanity. This is the real story of Super Bowl LX, told through the people who put their money where their mouth is. Let's start with the man who always shows up when the lights are brightest. Jim Mattress Mack Mackingvale doesn't gamble like you and me. He doesn't chase adrenaline. He hunts leverage. This is a man who treats betting like chess, not roulette. When Mattress Mack places a wager, it's never just about the game. It's about timing, price, and how many angles he can protect himself from losing. On January 22nd, before the conference championship games even kicked off, Mack walked into Caesars Sportsbook in Louisiana and dropped $2 million on the AFC to win Super Bowl 60 at plus 200. Not minus odds. Not a favorite. He waited for value. And the moment he saw that extra 10% dangling there, he pounced. Texas still doesn't allow legal sports betting, so Mack hopped across state lines like it was nothing. That's how serious he was. And once again, he tied it to his furniture empire. Buy a mattress set worth $4,000 or more, and if the Patriots win, customers get their money back. This is the Mattress Mack formula. If the bet wins, customers celebrate. If the bet loses, the promotion still drives insane sales volume. Either way, the man wins. But here's where it gets interesting. Mack didn't bet the Patriots directly. He bet the AFC. That tells you everything you need to know about how he's thinking. This isn't blind fandom. This is risk management. And his confidence is real. He openly admitted Seattle is the hotter team. He acknowledged they're the favorite. Then he shrugged and said something bettors know better than anyone. Favorites don't always win. And that simple truth is why this Super Bowl feels different. Because the public didn't see the Patriots coming. Not like this. Now let's rewind to August. Before the season. Before the narratives. Before the hot takes. Back on August 25th, one bettor walked into Circus Sports and placed a wager that almost feels illegal now. A Super Bowl exacta. Patriots over Seahawks. At the time, Seattle was sitting around plus 6,500. New England? 10,000 to 1. Maybe worse, depending on the book. Combining those odds created a monster. Plus 310,000. 3,100 to 1. $100 bet that could turn into $310,000. That's not gambling. That's clairvoyance. Even Circus Sportsbook director admitted he'd never seen potential odds like that on a straight bet. Not in years. Maybe ever. And here's the thing, this bettor didn't hedge. Didn't cash out. Didn't flinch. That ticket is still alive. If the Patriots pull the upset, that person's life changes forever. Instantly. Meanwhile, the $1 million bettors? Their returns look small by comparison. Which brings us to the celebrity bets. Kendall Jenner quietly placed $1 million on Patriots moneyline at plus 190. No drama. No promo circus. Just confidence. If New England wins, she clears $1.9 million in profit. On the other side, Devin Booker. $1 million on Seahawks minus 3.5. This wasn't about vibes. This was about conviction. And no matter what happens, Fanatics is donating $1 million to charity. So at least something good comes out of it either way. But the sharpest money? That hit immediately. Within 24 hours of Super Bowl odds dropping, someone at Circa slammed $1.1 million on Patriots moneyline at plus 188. That bettor stands to win over $2 million. And that tells me something important. This isn't public money chasing a story. This is sharp money saying the number is wrong. Now let's talk about my favorite bettor in this entire saga. Because this person didn't just make one smart bet. They built a ladder. Back in August, a Seattle believer went all in with structure. 50,000 on Seahawks to make the playoffs. 50,000 on them to win the NFC. 50,000 on them to win the Super Bowl. 3 rungs. 1 vision. The playoff bet cashed. Profit. The NFC bet cashed. Massive profit. Already, this bettor is up nearly $1.5 million. And now the final rung sits there waiting. Seahawks plus 6,000 to win it all. But here's the genius part. They hedged. This week, that same bettor dropped 725,000 on Patriots moneyline. No emotion. No loyalty. Just math. Now, no matter who wins, they're walking away with 7 figures. If Seattle wins, nearly 4 million total profit. If New England wins, just under 3 million. That's elite betting. That's discipline. Meanwhile, someone at DraftKings placed $500 on Seahawks plus 6,500. That bet is still alive for 32,500. Not life-changing money, but enough to make this Super Bowl feel personal. Now let's talk about the Patriots. Because this is where the story gets wild. 2 straight seasons at 4-13. A franchise that looked lost, broken, drifting. Then came Mike Vrabel. Oddsmakers set the win total at 8.5. Respectable. Conservative. What happened next shocked everyone. 14 wins. 3 losses. Nearly the AFC's top seed. But someone saw it before anyone else. On January 21st, 2025, before last year's Super Bowl even kicked off, a DraftKings customer dropped $10,000 on Patriots plus 8,000 to win Super Bowl 60. That ticket is now worth $800,000 in profit. That's patience. That's belief. Dave Portnoy jumped in too. 50,000 at plus 3,500. Potential payout? 1.75 million. Another bettor threw 30,000 at plus 2,200. Suddenly, New England went from joke to jackpot. And this is where I give my opinion. The Patriots don't feel lucky. They feel inevitable. Not dominant. Not flashy. Inevitable. They win ugly. They survive chaos. They turn mistakes into momentum. Seattle is explosive. Seattle is dangerous. Seattle feels like destiny. And when destiny meets inevitability, that's when legends are made. Here's the rumor part, and I'm clearly labeling this as rumor. There's quiet belief in betting circles that the Patriots' matchup number was soft because oddsmakers underestimated Vrabel's playoff coaching edge. That's not confirmed. That's chatter. But when you see this kind of sharp money pile in early, you listen. Now let me ask you something. If you had $100 back in August, would you have taken that bet? Would you have laughed at Patriots over Seahawks? Because someone didn't. And now they're 1 game away from being right forever. This Super Bowl isn't just a game. It's a referendum on faith, preparation, and whether chaos still rules the NFL. Before I wrap this up, I want to hear from you. If you were holding that $310,000 ticket right now, would you hedge? Or would you ride it to the end? Drop that in the comments because the best answers always come from the community. No matter who wins on Sunday, the Super Bowl already delivered unforgettable stories. Fortunes were risked. Legends were tested. And someone out there is about to wake up very rich or very sick. That's football. That's betting. That's why we watch. And this is NFLXposed.